feel say obi aji wajuma?
Me? You know the number of people, and look, go and ask multimedia. You know the number of people whose jobs have been given to me to do. But my own thing is that anytime multimedia incorporates me a show, I can say, oh, we want a new presenter, I can say yeah. But I always make sure that the person whose show I'm taking, is comfortable and okay. There was a show that was given to me at multimedia, and multimedia people are listening. That the person said, oh, fashion, then I'm getting a new portfolio. Then I eavesdrop on a conversation now, or catch you be saying, yes, I know about big thing. Then they ask them. I never hosted a show till I left the place.
Because I would say,
yes, I am so confident in myself. So I'm not many in bro. Check it. Anybody who says I've worked with them, check it. Many in bro biao.
So is that a reason here? I can't say be hosting United Showbiz and all kinds say or reach out to. I
think it's the right thing to do, but social media has made me feel that I understand what people are disloyal to people. I understand the entire for backbiting for industry because they keep saying, oh, she owes you nothing. I also didn't owe her anything, but I felt it was the right thing to do because me titi and I'm so confident in myself that many in Bill idea and to say I see Bajina idea I say me could be say sister. Yes, I mean, but they said she doesn't owe me anything. But nobody is talking about the fact that I also didn't owe her anything. But you see, it is normal. Of course.
Making sure so yes, be many brown and maybe what dear.
Of course, and wanted to know whether you're comfortable with it. What you are saying, but it's all good. And it won't change because I told you that in multimedia, years ago, say me nya no see ye afede adu baby me ti say onya obisa no
and o say ye
I see me nya and this is multimedia. It is a story that is there. So I have a trait. MzGee obi ade by force. Na me ashra me bebre do. If I told you that I was doing production and I was jammed from Sunday evening to morning show. So na me ashra me bebre that I don't envy anybody's thing. But so when they are giving me your thing, I have to ask you.
So now the current host of United Showbiz or cast one cinema and no later no obaya or continue or no kasaya.
She doesn't owe me that. At least people have made me know that nobody owes anybody anything.
Recently I
have never even thought about it. But it was interesting enough when I was in the US. Not sure was granting interview say on the friend first. So why should I be contesting that? She went around saying only a friend the first one be hosting, and anybody who watched the show saw all that transpired anytime she was on the show, which is fine. Everybody
what transpired?
It doesn't matter anymore. Like we've moved past that. I am not a bitter human being. Like if you check it, and Abna, let's check it. Since I left United Showbiz, the things I've been able to accomplish, I don't think I would have if I was still seated there. I have done Just Been That season 2. Season 3 is just about to go on air next month. I have been able to shoot that. I wouldn't have been able to do all of that. I wouldn't have been able to do Convergence of Mothers because there's so much time to dedicate here. That's it. So I've shot 2 movies. Where would I have gotten the time to go all the way to Kwewu to go and shoot a movie? You know, stay there.
So you see that to be a blessing in disguise?
Definitely so. My life is in the palms of Jehovah. He decides how to turn it. And when he turns it, I don't complain. I only say God. And there's a prayer I pray. You know I am an NSPPDN. And there's something that the God that sees me, he won't put me to shame. He's not that kind of God. That is my belief. I only go back to say, God, you know you brought me here. And let's go back to how I got here. I was sitting at 3 Music minding my business. Never even thought that anybody would call me. Eugene says, oh, we better for us a panel. United Showbiz. Me ba be panel. Me dream me home. I feel yes me host show. Arnold will tell you I resisted. Arnold nani make aside. So then I was in Arnold's office when he said, when I came, one of the things I told them, me teach you almost all gradually. You will build on it.
What make key statement to be? I don't think anyone can match the skill I brought on board.
I already said that to you in this guide. I don't sing. I don't dance.
Do people be say, hey,
I came to ask questions. We're on top, making waves everywhere. Everybody was talking about us.
No,
who? Tell me who.
Oh, so there's a current
not
host.
My predecessor, not a current host.
Really?
When I said to Remy, I say with my full chest. I don't say things and take it back. I said I become popular. You know MzGee as who? I'm not an actress. That's not my portfolio that you know. Do you know me as a musician? What do you know that I do?
Questions.
So if I've asked questions and I've moved top media houses. So I worked at multimedia for 5 years, worked at TV3 for almost 2 years. And in all of this movement, I've never written applications. So people are calling me. I don't even have to die. People are still calling me to return to stations. I sit here. People are calling me to return to station, and I don't go calling anybody, say, oh, please, can you? No. I ask questions for a living. And if I've been successful at it, then why can't I brag about it?
Okay, tell me, yes, I say, okay, I will say, so we say questions, apart from CBA, more shares, CNA, be on base, changing, you know, greetings and all that, and all. Beside you're serious with that. Don't you think say no a play pivotal role in you not still hosting the entertainment show?
What does it take away?
Maybe because say the posture. There are so many ways to kill a cat. You can be serious, you can be hard, but your expression, your demeanor will speak to people. Say, oh, as a MzGee.
Do you hire?
I don't know if you understand.
Do you hire people to make them better, or you hire people to tame what they brought on board? We don't do that. If I've been at multimedia, I've been at TV3, I've been at 3 Music. Why did you hire me? Because I was not doing hello, hi, hey. I have been doing tough interviews, and you thought it was okay for you. And so if you feel it's not okay for you anymore, that's why you say, okay, step aside, it's not okay for me anymore. But you won't tell me that because it's not okay for you, I should change and come and be what will be. No.
Like I said, typical example, logic, and he felt offended.
But didn't I apologize to him the next week?
No, and make us say, so because of, don't you think, say, now can no name say, oh, no, okay, I mean, many me, MzGee Kasa, or MzGee Yenent. How would you feel? Even though you apologize, but if the moments are no be at the back of your mind, who feel say a hard question, I would the man and answer saying.
Because I'm telling you, that is not a question. You know that, and this is not to even allocate blame to anybody. You know that the show runs a certain time. There are people producing it. But the thing about it that is important is that I will not be the first host to have made a mistake and gone back to say, oh, I could have handled this better, and come back on the same show with the same guest and say, well, I'm sorry I didn't handle this better last week. So forgive me.
Forgive me.
That is... Doing that alone means that you're open to learning and you're open for feedback. I was telling you that sometimes when people critique me, I don't respond to them, but I listen. So when I heard the noises around, I'm like, okay, this is a big deal. I didn't think at the time. I didn't think at the time. I didn't think at the time that it was a big deal. And again, Kai said, the language is not my language. If I said it in English, oh, logic, people are sleeping. Can you be fast with your submission? I don't think it will sound the way you're looking at it now.
Are you sure?
People are sleeping. Can you be fast? No, because sounds harsher to you because it's a can. But in English, oh Charlie, can we wrap up the show? People are sleeping. Can you be fast with your submission? I don't think anybody who speaks English would, because except you want to make a case out of it, which was more like something that people wanted to do, and that's fine.
We want to say a language in a barrier, because the been one might be assembly will be said. I want to say direct, maybe translation from ever to say they will be see I can see that maybe say they will be see a balance on China a huge barrier
I said that in the beginning that when I was called, I said I wouldn't do it because I don't even know how to speak Chi. I've grown on English. I'm a Nigerian born Ghanaian. Nigeria speaks a lot English. My father was a teacher in Nigeria, so you can imagine that house. So we're speaking English 24/7. I keep saying that I'm just a lucky person who went to school in the Volta region, and I learned Ewe, which is my dialect or my language, from 3 years that I spent in Pando Secondary School. So even that, I'm not that fluent. So my house is not big on languages. We are Nigerians or Ghanaians who find ourselves in Nigeria, spoke English, until dates we speak English.
Okay. Until when a panel and more show us on to saying, are you guys still cool? I speak
to whoever speaks to me. If I need something, I spoke to MC just last week. I was asking a question, said she was out of town. I speak to who speaks to me. It's not supposed to be a family matter, No. I'm very sure that that this is a job. It's nobody's family house. There are people that you close here, you never hear from them again, and you're okay, life goes on. I don't have to be keeping touch with everybody that I don't have any business with. So if I have business with you, we keep touch. However, you can't be stabbing people at the back and expect that they show you their teeth. I'm not that kind of person. I am not. I'm just saying to you that I am not that kind of person. So whoever wants you to ask that question and feels that I don't speak to anybody, maybe the person might feel like they have done something to me. Because anybody who speaks to me, there's nobody who has picked the phone and called me or asked me a question that I haven't responded to. There's nobody that I sat with here that I've needed or want to have a conversation with that I have not had that conversation with.
Do you feel so be a stab your back?
I don't care. I'm just a forward-looking person. So that's why
are you a vindictive person?
No, I said it on Romeo's show that I am human, and I won't lie to you that when you an eye for an eye, a tooth for a tooth. No, I am still in that era. Even though I am a Roy's baby, I am still working on myself. No, I won't lie to you.
So back to my question. Are you vindictive?
I am not vindictive. I don't go out of my way to hurt people. I'm a very sweet human being.
But you think some people go out of their way
to hurt you? If you do it and I see it, why should I play with you?
But what will be that?
When I was a little girl, my mother told me not to play with fire. Fire will burn you.
Do you feel so? We
are humans. People are walking around with their motives around, and I don't give it. That's why it's difficult for me to answer. I don't give it mind. It is only when you feel you've done something. It's only when you've done something.
But just me feel. Maybe sir. Me who mete. And I say be is so glaring. But just say. Men and men feel.
Now, that's why I had to endure a lot. Because I was working, and so I had to endure a lot sitting on that chair. Yes, if you ask people, say, "Oh, this is not the MzGee. This is not the MzGee." You can't. You don't play with me anyhow. No, I stand my authority. You don't play with me anyhow. But when you're working and you're working with people, no way you any. The only crime say. And I did a lot of that. And it's the tenets of the job. When you're working for people, how many people love their bosses, but they have to work according to what the bosses dictate. So that is the thing. It is life. You begin to learn these things and you have to play with it. However, I am not one who bootlicks. No, you won't find me there. I don't like it. I don't like it. I'm sorry. Instead of focusing on and I like it that way.
Personally, do you think
you've encountered me? Have I ever had a reason to say anything to you that's nasty? No, I'm very particular. I'm very particular with my words and engagement with people. Instead of say, that's not the perception we had about you. You see, it is interesting, and maybe when you asked me that who am I behind the camera, I should have said that I am if you ask my schoolmates, I am the one that parties, make noise when I go to places I'm comfortable. I am a very easygoing human being, and I have love for humanity. You will never find me, and I say never find me disrespecting anybody. No matter their class, their standard. However, I do not take nonsense.
Maybe wakuma how, because I remember say time I walk away buy be clear non someone nebi no more and I mean it's a memory as a writer. You made a comment about ex-husband, how I will refer to no, and later you came back to apologize. Say how I will see woman say but make us say SB wakuma eba na bia wo kasa you're highly temperamented and highly temperamental people, but later what's the back now realize don't you think that you need to work on your temperament?
My dear, and I say it 3 times. With the case you have referred to, everybody who was engaged me, I said that word is certain. I've heard legal people use it. And that's the same excuse I've given everybody. I've heard people say a certain this. I thought it was a legal term. No, on a very serious note. Look, let me tell you. One of the brilliant human beings I ever encountered in this space was Raymond Akwa.
Okay.
One of the most brilliant human beings I encountered in this space that I ever even married. Raymond Akwa's brains is not something I will play with in that regard. If I've been divorced for 2 years, and I decide to make an announcement, why will I be bitter? You didn't know for 2 years. Why will I be bitter? I say that setting. I've heard people writing in legal terms. So me too. I was just borrowing the word, thinking that it was some legal thing. And then to say that people are temperamental. You can't just wake up and be temperamental. I will not say I am a temperamental human being. You don't touch the lion's tail and expect him to sit down and be watching you. You understand?
So if nothing touches
I am a very passionate human being.
It will not rattle.
I am a very passionate human being.
Okay.
I guard my passion. I guard my job. If you work with me and you're a lazy person, you will not enjoy my workspace.
Okay.
That's the first thing. So ask everybody I've worked with. However, I have worked in about 3 media houses before here. Ask them if I've ever fought with anybody beyond work issues. And I'm saying this on TV. If anybody says I've got a fracas with them,
deporting some African phobia, deporting clophobia, I'm a penny Mahama, Eba Chidum said, or no so, why didn't Clophony be our Ghana? Copim said, Omutimi, Edomuko, Omukrum, Baku. Na eno na kyerɛ sɛ twinu bi na asenso e baba kyerɛ na adwene a wo kyerɛ mu sɛ ade Mahama ɛyɛ no na enye adentia ɔse ɛnkɔfo na Donald Trump ediport wo mo no e bi akonfo prisoners wom ewidifuo wom te sɛ obobɔ nkrɔfokuo bi a te sɛ ediport no ɔkyerɛ America ho no sebi se unya de bone na se undi ewu undi bone bi nkobọ kronu bi a ye deport o na eno ana kire se okobọ eye showboy edi wo ma kire se odi showboy di eye example a wo kire mu se sa brand bia na showboy ekobọ ya e deport ni no ana showboy so eti asem no in fact showboy abobọ na dwen ade ama twenu dwen ase a wo kire mu se said Junior Jonas a list mistake or no showboy or best gang